Yeah, as of yeah. I mean, we basically knew that we were going to be playoffs for a while now, and officially just yeah, because there's no way for waivers beat us now. And that's who we're going to be going next on Wednesday. I think our last game is on Monday, so then there'd be a day off, and then we play there, and then here, and then there for the tiebreaker.
Good evening and welcome to Roswell's Park for Tuesday baseball between your Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Regina Red Sox, sponsored by Moose Jaw Funeral Home. A reminder to pick up your programs at the minimum of the break and wheel ticket window to play RBC Royal Bank Bingo and win other prizes courtesy of our sponsors. Time now for our starting lineups. First, our umpire crew tonight. We have Zeke Fair, Sean Weatherall, and Barrett Fleck. Now the lineup for the visiting Regina Red Sox. Leading off is number 21, second baseman Zaid Brannigan. Batting second, number 9, third baseman Jalen Myers. Batting third is number 7, shortstop Matthew Fox. Batting fourth, number 2, designated hitter Brady Bye. Batting fifth is number 5, first baseman James Wright. Batting sixth is number 26, center fielder Ian Montz. Batting seventh is number 3, catcher Daniel Castellanos. Batting 8th is number 11, right fielder Justin Samard, and batting 9th is number 10, left fielder Jordan Tucker. Their starting pitcher tonight is number 40, Aiden Page. Now the starting lineup for your Moose Jaw Miller Express. At shortstop, number 22, Thomas Soto. In center field, number 27, William Edwards. At first base, number 39, Austin Gurney. At third base, number 25, Eduardo Sai. Your designated hitter, number 15, Anthony Rivas. In right field, number 4, Tanner DeGrazia. In left field, number 2, Jackson Martin. Your catcher, number 30, Evan Derringer. At second base, number 13, Ben Wallachek. And your starting pitcher, number 29, Rodolfo Guardiola. At this time, we would like to recognize a member of the Saskatchewan Dragoons tonight with hoisting the Canadian flag at home plate. We ask that you now please rise if you are able and remove your headwear for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome to Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw for Western Canadian Baseball League action here on Flow Sports. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson tonight as the Moose Jaw Miller Express hosts the Regina Red Sox. On a gorgeous night at Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw, game time temperature 23 degrees Celsius, wind of the northeast at 17 kilometers per hour. So a calm night on the prairies and sunny sky, not a cloud in the sky. The last time I was behind the mic filling in for Rod was just over a week ago when Moose Jaw also hosted Regina, and that night it was a wild one. 11-10 Moose Jaw won. They were down 9-2 at one point, came back for the victory, and not only that, the weather was a little weird. It was a smoky night, forest fire smoke. There was a half-hour smoke delay, and then the game continued on. So all in all, it was a 4-hour-plus night at the ballpark at Ross Wells. And again, like we said, the Millers won. So this is the first matchup against Regina since that night. And we come to you tonight with, of course, just 6 games left in the regular season. It all ends, the regular season does, next Monday night. Moose Jaw will be in Regina for their last regular season game, and then it's playoffs. Moose Jaw has clinched a playoff spot. They've got the 4th spot in the East with a 21-28 record. They're 8 games up on Weyburn for that last spot. So again, they've officially clinched. Regina sitting in 3rd place with a record of 25-24, and they've won 3 games in a row to push themselves over 500. So we will hit the mound tonight here. They're just close to getting to first pitch. Regina will take the bat. On the hill for the Moose Jaw Miller Express tonight is Rodolfo Guardiola taking the mound, number 29 for the Miller Express, and we'll see what kind of offensive fireworks there are here tonight. We've come to expect a lot of runs. Lots of runs in the Western Canadian Baseball League most nights. And again, especially the last time these two clubs played, so we'll see what does happen tonight. As we said, they're wrapping up the regular season. Moose Jaw will be in Regina tomorrow night. And I believe they've got a 1-game lead for the Trans-Canada Clash as well, their separate rivalry of Moose Jaw and Regina. So that and those bragging rights are on the line. So here we go, set to lead things off for the Regina Red Sox is number 21, their second baseman, Zaid Brannigan. He is about to step in to face Rodolfo Guardiola for the Miller Express and kick things off on what we said is a dandy night for baseball at Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw. And Brannigan steps in. Guardiola looks for a sign, and we are ready to get things underway. First pitch is a strike drilled down the middle. The count is 0-1. Inside pitch, Brannigan took a swing. He chopped at it. It was a foul ball. It looks like it must have went off his foot and then dribbled out towards the pitcher's mound, but the umpire calls it foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Brannigan. Guardiola with a high fastball. It is out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside for ball 2. As we said, that 11-10 game on the 21st, there was just a lot going on that night between the amount of runs scored and the Millers coming back from being down 7 runs, and even the way the game ended was not your typical way to close things off as the 2-2 pitch comes in. And Brannigan lifts one into right field. Is it going to find the gap? DeGrazia is going back. It's off the wall. Brannigan's at 2. He's going for third, and he is going to make himself safe at third base, standing up. It's a stand-up triple for Brannigan. A crack to the right center field wall. So Regina threatening early here tonight at Moose Jaw. As we said the last game, Millers were up 11-10, top of the 9th inning, 2 out, potential tying run at second base. There was a wild pitch and went all the way to the backstop. The runner tried to score from second. He was out by a hair at home for the Millers to close things out. So here comes Jalen Myers to bat, and he swings at the first pitch and rips one foul to the screen by the Regina fans along the first base line, and it's 0-1 with Brannigan, the runner, at third. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Jalen Myers wearing number 9, the third baseman for Regina. Takes an awkward swing at that inside fastball and knocks that one out of play as well. And Guardiola once again up, no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Would love a strikeout here to try and keep the runner at third from scoring. It's a fastball outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. He's going to take the easy out at first. Runner will score, so it's an RBI ground out for Jalen Myers. And Regina is up early, 1-0. Brannigan's leadoff triple paying off early for Regina. So with one away and nobody on base, it'll be the shortstop for Regina, number 7, Matthew Fox, coming to bat. Strike 1 drilled in from Guardiola. Deals again. Another strike. Guardiola doing a good job early of getting ahead of the Regina hitters. Matthew Fox down, no balls and 2 strikes. Another strike, grounded to third base. Eduardo Saenz makes the throw to Austin Gurney for out number 2.
Number 2, Brady Bye.
That will bring up the designated hitter. Number 2 for Regina, the Regina kid, Brady Bye. First left-handed batter of the game for Regina. Starts off with strike 1 yet again as Bye swings through that one. Reached forward a bit. Checking with the umpire to see if it indeed was a strike. Guardiola delivers again, this time outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Bye. Guardiola deals again. Foul tip off the end of Bye's bat and off the end of into the glove of the catcher for Moose Jaw tonight, Evan Derringer. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Guardiola trying to finish off the top of the first inning here. 2 outs, nobody on. Guardiola deals again, and Bye catches enough of that to send a foul out of play. Bye, ground 1 to second base. Ben Wallachek makes the play to Austin Gurney, so that will finish off the top of the first, but a leadoff triple by Zaid Brannigan comes around to score, and we head to the bottom of the first with Regina leading Moose Jaw 1-0. You're watching WCBL action on Flow Sports. Getting set for the bottom of the first inning here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. WCBL action between the Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Regina Red Sox. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson tonight on a gorgeous night for ball here. 23 degrees. Sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. And Miller Express down 1-0 heading to their at-bats here in bottom of one. And it'll be the shortstop Thomas Soto to lead things off, taking on the Red Sox, and their starting pitcher, number 40, Aiden Page. The right-hander steps in to deal as Soto awaits pitch one. And Page just misses there with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Page deals again. This time he's inside for ball 2. And there's ball 3. Soto being patient on some close fastballs. 3-0 the count. Soto batting .328 on the season, with a pair of home runs and 30 RBI. Page is able to come back with a strike. It's 3-1 on Soto. Deals again. Soto takes a swing and fouls it off. And it's a full count. And that's low and inside for ball 4, and Soto draws the leadoff walk.
Number 27.
So Moose Jaw with the leadoff man on board here in the bottom of the first, looking to tie things up at the very least here, down 1-0. Thomas Soto on first base to bring up the center fielder, the right-handed batter, number 27, William Edwards. And that catches some of the strike zone for strike 1 on the first pitch thrown to Edwards. Soto a threat to steal with 18 stolen bases on the season. Second on the team to Ben Wallaschek. Soto dances away as Edwards lifts one into right center field, and that lazy fly ball is going to be caught. Justin Samard out in right field for the Red Sox makes the grab. Soto returns to first base, and so one away and one runner on to bring up Austin Gurney, the Miller Express first baseman.
Austin Gurney.
Gurney steps in here to face Page. Soto dancing off first as pitch comes in and misses for ball 1. Comes the pitch, and it's high outside for another ball. 2-0 the count on Gurney, the Miller Express All-Star, leading the team in batting average at .347 with 3 home runs and 51 driven in. And that hits him. Gurney hit by a pitch. Not real thrilled about it. He stung a little bit. Hard to tell if it got him close to the hands. Hands of the hip. Walking slowly down to first. But 2 runners on now for the Miller Express now. 1 away. Runners on first and second. And the third baseman, Eduardo Sainz, steps in. Aiden Page, the pitcher for Regina. Took a quick step off, but now we're ready to go again. Sainz digs in. And Page throws in strike 1 with the fastball. Page comes in this time a little bit low, and it's ball 1. 1-1 the count on Sainz. Soto trying to be a distraction on second base. Being somewhat held on by Brannigan, the second baseman of Regina. Gaping hole between first and second base for Sainz if he can poke one through. And there's a ball that gets by the catcher. Castellanos had that slip by him, and the runners advance now second and third, 2 in scoring position for Moose Jaw.
Same thing on the playback. Yeah. None of your business.
2 balls and 1 strike on Sainz with 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Moose Jaw threatening here with runners at second and third. Page misses, and it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Slow grounder to third base from Sainz. He's out at first. And Soto waited to make sure the third baseman was making the throw to first. As soon as he did, he took off for home, and he just slides in under the throw from Schmidt, the Regina first baseman, and it's a tie ball game here in Moose Jaw. 1-1 the score with 2 away, and still a runner in scoring position as Austin Gurney sits on second base. It's a bit of a check swing there from Sainz, but despite being thrown out, he gets the job done in terms of scoring a run. So Andy Rivas, the designated hitter for Moose Jaw, comes to the plate now, number 15, with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. And Page misses for ball 1. This time, Page comes back with a strike, and it's 1-1 on Rivas. Rivas, a 300 hitter exactly on the season so far, batting 300 on the nose with 5 home runs, 12 RBI. Pitch comes in, it's high and inside, 2-1. Here's the pitch, fouled up high and straight back out of play.
Foul ball for Elkridge Glass. We know Glass. Remember, foul balls are property of the Miller Express. Return those to the minute mark.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Tie game 1-1, and Moose Jaw with Austin Gurney at second base. Andy Rivas at the plate trying to drive him in. Here's the pitch from Page. Breaking ball low in the dirt. Castellanos makes the block, and it's a full count. Three-two. Rivas started walking, but no, called out on strike 3. But the Miller Express fight back, and they even up the game. It's 1-1 heading to the top of the second here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. It's Western Canadian Baseball League action on Flow Sports.
There behind home plate is the number 1540. That's 1540, winning our best seats in the house. If that is your program number, please head down to the ticket window to claim those prizes. And let's go, Millers!
Leading off for Regina, number 5, James Wright.
So here we go, top of the second inning. 1-1 score between the Moose Jaw Miller Express and Regina Red Sox. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson, and it's James Wright, the first baseman for Regina, to lead things off. And the first pitch he sees from Rodolfo Guardiola of the Miller Express is a ball. 1-0 the count. And he lines one to second base. Ben Wallaschek on a one-hopper is able to make the pick, make the throw, and make the out. One away here in the bottom, or the top of the second, rather.
Number 26, Ian Montz. He's our Molson beer bagger. If he gets out, it's 2 beers for $10 in the Park Hotel Beer Garden.
Ian Montz now the batter for the Regina Red Sox, number 26, their center fielder. Hit a monster home run last time he was in Moose Jaw on July 21st. 3-run shot that gave Regina a big lead early that they would give up. Breaking ball from Guardiola is in for a strike. First pitch to Montz. 0-1. Guardiola trying to pick the corner there. Can't quite do it. It's 1-1. One pitch on the way. It's inside for ball 2. And Guardiola having trouble finding the zone. 3-1. Gets a sign, ready to deal. Misses again for ball 4, being very careful with Montz. A little too careful as he walks him, and Montz will take first base with one out here in the top of the second. Daniel Castellanos, the catcher for Regina, steps in now. There's the pitch, ripped well foul down the third base line by Castellanos. But Guardiola finds the strike zone, and it's 0-1. Guardiola deals again. This time it's low. 1-1 the count. Montz with not a big lead over at first. Guardiola, but he takes off. There's the throw down from Derringer. And the throw is a little wide to the shortstop side. Squirts into left field, but Soto was able to corral it. But Montz is in with the stolen base. His 6th stolen base of the season. So a 2-1 count on the catcher, Daniel Castellanos for Regina. Runner in scoring position with one away here in the top of the second. Pitch. Castellanos takes one off the hands. That's caught by the second baseman, Wallachek. Montz has to come back to second base, and so 2 outs now.
Number 11, Justin Samard.
Justin Samard is the Regina right fielder, and he will step in now with 2 away. Here comes the pitch to Samard. Oh, no pitch as Guardiola steps off to walk and look Montz back to second base. Montz on second after stealing the base after being walked. Here's the pitch. Missed outside. 1-0 the count. Justin Samard batting .245 on the year for Regina with no home runs, 9 RBI. The 1-0 as Samard lifts one into center field. William Edwards right in his glove for the 3rd out of the inning. So Regina gets a walk, and that is it. Walk and a stolen base. And then that's it. But no runs here in the top of the second. So head to the bottom of the 2 with a 1-1 score in Moose Jaw between the Red Sox and Miller Express. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports. Bottom of the second inning at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. The Miller Express hosting the Regina Red Sox. Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson. Regina got one on the top of the first, nothing top of the second. So Moose Jaw looking to take the lead here is Tanner DeGrazia. The right fielder leads things off, number 4 for the Miller Express. Aiden Page, the pitcher for Regina, starts him off with a strike, 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. Page fires again, misses high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter, DeGrazia. Another miss by Page, 3-1 the count. Page just misses, and it's ball 4. DeGrazia takes the walk. And just like the bottom of the first inning, a leadoff walk for the Miller Express. DeGrazia on first, and the left fielder, Jackson Martin, comes to the plate. Page delivers outside, and it's 1 ball, no strikes on the batter, Jackson Martin, batting .200 in the season through only 50 plate appearances for the Miller Express. Next pitch is chopped up the middle, but a high bounce gets by the second baseman Brannigan, and DeGrazia is going to take third, as that ball is skipped into center field off of Brannigan's glove. Some hard ground and some high choppers on the Miller Express infield here at Roswell's Park. So Martin takes first, and DeGrazia heads to third. For the batter, Evan Derringer, the catcher for the Miller Express. And the first pitch he sees, he rips into right center field. It's going to find a gap and go to the wall. 1 run is in. Jackson Martin will be stopped at third base as Derringer pulls into second with a double. An RBI double to give the Miller Express the lead. It's 2-1. Still nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. So runners at second and third, and Ben Wallachek, the second baseman for the Miller Express, already made some nice plays in the field tonight. He's been busy there. Can he deliver with 2 runners in scoring position? There's the pitch, and it gets away from Castellanos. Here comes Martin, and he is going to score standing up. A communication issue possibly between Castellanos and Aiden Page, the pitcher. Some words that appear heated from up here. Page pointing at his catcher after that one got away from him, so looks like it may have been a missed sign, perhaps. All speculation from up in the broadcast booth, of course, but isn't that the fun? Isn't it fun to speculate on things? So a meeting at the mound right now with Regina coaching coming out to talk with his pitcher, Aiden Page, and the entire infield gathers, hoping to get everybody on the same page. Evan Derringer, who hit an RBI double, he advances to third on that. We'll call it a wild pitch. And Jackson Martin scored. So Wallachek still the batter with a 1-0 count. And Page, after the mound meeting, comes in with a strike. It's 1-1. Wallachek reaches for one and fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the number 9 hitter for the Miller Express, Thomas Soto, ready to come up next. Wallachek thought about it, but watches that low breaking ball hit the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, the 2-2, and it's popped up to the third base side, and the third baseman for Regina will settle under that. Jalen Myers making the play for the first out of the bottom of the second. So 2 runs across already for Moose Jaw. They've got a runner at third, Evan Derringer, who had a double and then got to third on a wild pitch. He is sitting there for the leadoff man for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, Thomas Soto. Lefty steps in against Aiden Page of Regina, and Page starts him with a ball. And Soto swings through that one, and it's 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Moose Jaw scored 2. They're threatening more. With the runner at third. Soto watches that fastball go by for ball 2. That's a breaking ball low and out of the strike zone. 3-1 the count on Thomas Soto. Here comes the 3-1 from Aiden Page. Fastball swung at and just tipped back, and catcher Castellanos is going to shake that one off as that foul ball caught him somewhere. So on that foul ball, that is strike 2 of this at bat. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Thomas Soto, with 1 away. Page misses outside, and Soto takes his second walk of the game. So runners at first and third now with 1 away.
Number 27, William Edwards.
William Edwards, the Miller Express center fielder, steps in now. Edwards having a big year, batting .338. He's leading the Miller Express in home runs with 9 and also leading in RBI with 54. Looking to cash in more right here. First pitch from Page is outside for ball 1. Runner takes off to second base. Castellanos is going to throw it into second. A delayed steal of home on that, and it does not work out for the Miller Express. Soto held up at second when the throw came down, hoping to get caught in a rundown and allow the runner to score, but Regina was onto it, and they gunned down Evan Derringer at home. So a miscalculation for the Miller Express right there. So Soto's at second. William Edwards still at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 now after a high fastball. And 2 outs now for the Miller Express. Here in the bottom of the second. Breaking ball comes in. Nice pitch by Page. Strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Moose Jaw scored 2 so far this half inning, and they're leading 3-1. Hayden Page for Regina trying to get out of it right here. 2-2 comes in, and it's a high chopper foul from Edwards. Stays alive at 2-2. Here's Page with the 2-2. And Edwards fouls another one away to stay alive. We'll do the 2-2 pitch again here. There's a breaker ball in the dirt. That's a full count now on Edwards, with Austin Gurney in the on-deck circle. Page with the pitch. And Edwards crushes one to left center field, but it dies at the track, and it's caught by Ian Montz for the 3rd out of the inning. We're through 2 in Moose Jaw. 3-1 Miller Express lead after pushing a couple across there in the bottom of the second. We'll take a break and be back with WCBL action on Flow Sports.
Leading off for Regina, number 10, Jordan Tucker.
So here we are in the top of the 3rd inning. Moose Jaw Miller Express hosting the Regina Red Sox. It's 3-1 for the Miller Express, heading to the top of the 3rd inning. And it's Jordan Tucker, the left fielder, the number 9 hitter for Regina, who will lead things off here in the top of 3 against Rodolfo Guardiola, the pitcher for the Miller Express. First pitch is low for ball 1. Guardiola misses with a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes on Tucker. Tucker batting .305 on the year for Regina rather. 3 home runs, 29 RBI. And he cranks the third pitch of his at bat into left field. That ball dies real quickly in the grass, doesn't even make it to the left fielder. As Jackson Martin had to run in and pick that up. That grass is a little thick out there. So a hard hit single for Jordan Tucker to lead things off for Regina. And top of their order comes up again, Zaid Brannigan, who led off the game with a triple to right center and would come around to score Regina's lone run of the game. He takes to the plate now against Guardiola, who misses, and it's ball 1. There's the pitch. Misses inside. Two balls, no strikes on Zaid Brannigan. Guardiola with the 2-0. Bit of an off-speed pitch. Big swing and a miss from Brannigan, 2-1. Brannigan batting .333 for the Red Sox this season. Only 30 plate appearances coming into tonight's game. Already with 1 homer, 4 RBI. Close one from Guardiola, but just misses, and it's 3-1. Another off-speed pitch that Brannigan whiffs on, and it's 3-2. Runner on first, nobody out. Full count pitch coming up to Zaid Brannigan. And Brannigan waves and just gets a piece of that breaking ball to stay alive. Runner had taken off. He'll run back to first base. Here's the 3-2. And he gets him. So Guardiola gets Brannigan on breaking balls for the first out of the inning.
Number 9,
Jalen Myers, the third baseman for Regina, steps in now. 1 out and runner at first. Jordan Tucker, who led off with a single. Throw to first to get Tucker back. He's easily back in safely. Another throw to first. That one a hair closer, but still not real close. Tucker with 2 stolen bases on the season, but being watched closely by Guardiola. Here's the pitch, and it's high for ball 1 to Jalen Myers. There's the pitch, and it's outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that breaking ball misses low, 3-0 the count. One out here, top of the third inning. Regina at bat with the runner at first. Jordan Tucker with leadoff single. Zaid Brannigan did strike out. Now it's Jalen Myers with a 3-0 count. Guardiola fights back with a strike, 3-1. Guardiola delivers, and it's a ground ball to shortstop. High hop to Soto. Gets the out at second. Can they get it at first? Double play. Nice reaction from Soto as it took a bit of a funny hop, but he's able to hang in there. And they turn two and get out of the top of the third with no damage done after that leadoff single. So we head to the bottom of the third with Moose Jaw leading Regina 3-1. You're watching WCBL action on Flow Sports. It's the bottom of the third inning from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada's most notorious city, as the Moose Jaw Miller Express hosts the Regina Red Sox at Roswells Park. Nice night for ball, starting to cool off just a little bit. A little bit of sunshine still poking into the right center and right fields, but shaded over the rest of the diamond. 3-1, Moose Jaw leads. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and they lead off the third with Austin Gurney, the Miller Express first baseman. Aiden Page still on the hill from Regina, and Gurney takes the first pitch he sees and rips it foul down the first base line into right field. That's a breaking ball in the dirt for ball one. Gurney with a hard hit ball down to first base. James Wright makes the pickup. Tags first base. Leadoff batter for Miller Express. Austin Gurney is out. Third baseman Eduardo Sainz steps in now. Number 25 for Moose Jaw. Aiden Page, the Regina pitcher, set the deal to Eduardo Sainz. And misses low with a breaker. 1-0. Signs takes a big cut that takes him through the batter's box on the other side, but he misses. Then it's strike one, 1-1. Signs hits one drifting foul down the right field line. That'll get into the Regina bullpen. One ball, two strikes on the Miller Express third baseman with one out here in the bottom of the third. Page misses there. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Signs tried to wait on it. Missed. So he strikes out. Now 2 away here in the bottom of the third. It's up to the DH Andy Rivas to keep things alive. High fastball from Aiden Page misses. 1-0. That fastball's in there. Strike one. That one just misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rivas cranks that one into left field, but a little bit off the end of the bat, and it drifts into the glove of Jordan Tucker out and left for the third out of the inning. So after 3, it's Moose Jaw 3, Regina 1 from Rosswells Park in Moose Jaw. It's WCBL baseball on Flow Sports. Live from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, it is Western Canadian Baseball League action from Rosswells Park. I'm Craig Hemingway, and for Rod Peterson. Game moving along reasonably briskly through 3 innings here. 3-1, Moose Jaw leads Regina. Matthew Fox, the Red Sox shortstop, set to lead things off here in the top of the 4th. Rodolfo Guardiola still on the hill for Moose Jaw. And his first pitch to Fox is inside for ball 1. As Fox lifts one into center field, William Edwards running in, calls for it. Makes the catch in shallow center for the first out.
Number 2, Brady Bye.
Brady Bye, the DH for Regina, wearing number 2, steps in to face Guardiola. Grounded out his last time up. Takes strike 1. 0-1. Reaches for one. It's foul. Will it stay in play for the third baseman? Signs. Can't quite make the catch. A little too close for comfort over there towards the fence. So Guardiola up 0-2. We're up no balls and 2 strikes on the batter by. And he deals a breaking ball, and Bye's able to get a piece and pulls it foul. Swings through that one, does Bye. It hits the ground, so Derringer, the catcher, will pick it up, throw it to first, make the out. So Bye strikes out. And so Guardiola, the Red Sox or the Miller Express pitcher, gets the first 2 batters he faces here in the top of the 4th. And it will be the first baseman for Regina, James Wright, stepping in with 2 away. Guardiola misses outside for ball 1. Breaking ball misses. It's 2-0. Guardiola with a fastball. The right swings through. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Hard hit ball, but foul. 2-2. We started the game at 23 degrees. It's now 20. Wind east-northeast 12 kilometers per hour, but cooling off as people who were brought hoodies with them starting to put on the hoodies and jackets here in the stands. Not everyone. As Guardiola delivers the 2-2 in the dirt. Full count on the first baseman, James Wright, here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Moose Jaw leading 3-1. There's the pitch. Hard hit ball to short. Soto makes the pick. Takes a second to gather himself. Makes the throw in time for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Regina in the top of the 4th. And we head to the bottom of 4 with Moose Jaw leading the Red Sox 3-1. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports.
calling on my soldiers, yes. Set calling on my soldiers, yes.
Leading off for the Miller Express, number 4, Tanner DeGrazia.
Tanner DeGrazia steps in for the Miller Express here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Miller Express right fielder. Scored one of the Miller Express runs. In the 2nd inning, he takes strike 1 from Aiden Page, the Regina starter. Both starters still in the game here as we hit the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball from Page. That takes part of the strike zone, and it's 0-2 quickly on DeGrazia. The 0-2 is cranked foul by DeGrazia as he stays alive. Thought about it. They appeal down to first, and the umpire says he did not swing. So DeGrazia stays alive on that breaking ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Page with the breaking ball that comes inside, just misses. 2-2. DeGrazia takes a pitch. He thought it was ball 4. We had the count as 2-2, and the umpires did as well. DeGrazia was the only one who thought that might have been ball 4. It was, in fact, ball 3 as he works the count full. So, a little sheepish, gets his bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Miller Express leadoff batter in the bottom of the 4th, Tanner DeGrazia. Aiden Page with the 3-2 pitch. And this time it is ball 4. For number 4, DeGrazia, as he takes first base.
Number 2, Jackson Martin.
The Jackson Martin is the Miller Express left fielder, and he comes to bat now. Aiden Page pumps in a fastball for strike 1. Nice block by Castellanos in that breaking ball as it's 1-1 on Martin. One pitch coming from Aiden Page. Jackson Martin, the left fielder. Nobody out here. DeGrazia on first after a leadoff walk. Page misses with a fastball. 2-1. As we said, Miller Express now with 6 games after tonight left, and they'll play their last regular season game next Monday, August 4th in Regina to close out the regular season. Here's the 2-1 from Page. Martin hits one hard, but it is tracking foul where it will land. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Then, of course, the playoffs will start. Regina and Moose Jaw both in the playoffs. Regina secured 3rd place in the WCBL East. Moose Jaw 4th. They'll play the Saskatchewan Berries in a very tough, for them, a first-round matchup. Here comes the 2-2 from Page. He lifts another one, foul this one a bit further. And a little more foul up in the air, 2-2. Here's the pitch. And this time, Martin's able to keep that one fair and knocks it into right field for a single. DeGrazia moves to second. Martin at first. Runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As we sit here July 29th, baseball season starting to wrap up across the prairies for most minor leagues and junior leagues. Baseball still going on for the Moose Jaw Little League AAA All-Stars. They're in Victoria and played their first game at the Canadian Little League Championships earlier today. Evan Derringer at the plate. The first pitch he sees is a fastball. Derringer cracked a double his last time up. 0-1 the count. Squares the bunt. On a breaking ball outside, it's 1-1. So the Moose Jaw AAA All-Stars at the Canadian Little League Championships in Victoria played their first game today. Did not go great. 14-2 loss to Team Ontario. And tomorrow, Moose Jaw, who is representing the Prairies, they'll take on the host team, the Leyritz team, based out of Victoria, BC. So good luck to the Moose Jaw AAA All-Stars. Hopefully they can bounce back after their loss today. 1-1 the count on Derringer. Squares again to bunt. He does get it down to the pitcher who makes the throw to third base. And they get the force out at third. So a nice play by Aiden Page to spring off the mound and get the lead runner, Tanner DeGrazia, who was out at third base on the attempted sacrifice by Derringer. So Jackson Martin, who had a single, he moves to second on that bunt, and it's Derringer at first base with the second baseman, Ben Wallaschek, coming to the plate with one away. Runners on first and second, bottom of the fourth. Pitch misses inside, it's ball one.
Number 13, Ben Wallaschek.
Miller Express up 3-1. Page deals a strike to Wallaschek. The count is 1-1. Strike two. Wallaschek watches go by. Wallaschek with the swing attempt. He was able to pull back, says the first base umpire, after they checked down. So close one, but 2-2 is the count. On the Miller Express second baseman, Ben Wallaschek. Runners at first and second with one out. And here comes the 2-2 from Aiden Page. High and inside as Wallaschek works the count full. Here comes the 3-2. It misses for ball 4. Nice patience from Wallacek, who draws the walk to load the bases.
22, Thomas Soto. Stoppage in play
But
for
before Thomas Soto can take to the plate, there's going to be a meeting at the mound, as we perhaps see some activity from the Regina Red Sox bullpen start to stir.
Don't forget about the Bugsy's Bullseye Progressive Jackpot. If the Miller Express player hits that Bugsy sign in left center field, that player and a fan will win some cash. The Bugsy's
So the mound meeting over.
Jackpot is now at $625.
Miller Express with a chance to bust this one open right now. They're up 3-1. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded with only 1 out. And Thomas Soto comes to the plate. Top of the order for the Miller Express against Aiden Page, the Red Sox starter. Trying to get himself out of a jam, and he starts Soto with a strike that is ripped into right field. That's going to score 2 at least. It's going to score 3 because that ball goes all the way to the wall as Soto hits a bases clearing triple. Now, so what they're saying now is that ball looks to appear that the umpires are saying that that's going to be held to a double, a ground rule double. As we said, that ball went to the right field corner, but it did skitter out to the cement wall and then over to the fence, the long fence out to right field. And as soon as it crossed that fence line, that became a ground rule double. And so only 2 runs for the Miller Express on that hit by Soto, and only a bases loaded double for him. So he's at second base. Ben Wallacek is at third. And William Edwards comes to the plate with still 1 away. Score 5-1 Moose Jaw, and the first pitch Edwards sees, he swings and misses. Here's the pitch. Another swing and a miss from Edwards. 0-2. 2 runners in scoring position for Moose Jaws. They've cashed in a couple this inning so far, leading 5-1. Nice piece of hitting by Edwards. He dumps one into right field. That's going to score 1. Soto making the turn home. He's going to slide in safely with that ball getting cut off by Page, and it is 7-1 Moose Jaw. William Edwards with an RBI single. And now there's action in the Regina Red Sox bullpen. Doesn't get any easier for Aiden Page, the Regina starter, as Austin Gurney steps in. 1 away. William Edwards, the runner at first base. 7-1 Moose Jaw. And Page catches the corner for strike 1 on Gurney. Nice job by Page to get ahead 0-2 on the Miller Express first baseman, Gurney. And he catches the same corner for strike 3. Gurney not pleased as he walks away after making the second out of the inning. So 2 outs. And Eduardo Sainz, the Miller Express third baseman, steps in. And Sainz lifts one to center field. It is deep, but not deep enough. Montz does a nice job tracking it down for the third out of the inning, but not before the Miller Express cash in 4 runs, and they'll take a 7-1 lead into the 5th inning here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. WCBL action on Flow Sports. Top of the 5th inning at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson. Moose Jaw Miller Express blew this game open a little bit in the bottom of the 4th with 4 runs, now leads 7-1. And Ian Montz, the Red Sox center fielder, will lead things off. Rodolfo Guardiola still on the hill for Moose Jaw as he starts Montz off with a breaking ball that Montz misses for strike 1. That one misses, it's ball 1. Guardiola misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the 2-1. Montz fouls that one off, 2-2. Two and 2 pitch. Montz hits one to the right side. Sliding play by Wallachek. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. An athletic sliding stop by Wallachek to track that one down on the hole. Makes the throw, makes the out. 1 down in the top of 5. Guardiola starts off Daniel Castellanos, the Red Sox catcher, with a strike. Castellanos swings and misses that offering, and it's 0-2 quickly. Comes the 0-2 breaking ball. Little inside, 1-2. Paints the corner, does Guardiola, and he strikes out Daniel Castellanos. So quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Justin Samard, the right fielder for Regina, digs in. So far, so good from Rodolfo Guardiola, the Miller Express starting pitcher. 1 run in the first, nothing since then. And he fires in another strike, this one a breaking ball. And it's quickly 0-1 on Samard. This is high with that fastball, 1-1. Chopper to short. Soto makes the short hop pick. Guns it to first. And just like that, 3 up, 3 down. The second straight 3 up, 3 down inning for Guardiola. And we head to the bottom of the 5th with Moose Jaw leading Regina 7-1 here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. You're watching WCBL on Flow Sports. New pitcher for the Regina Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. I'm Craig Hemingway, and for Rod Peterson, we're live from Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw, the Miller Express, hosting the Regina Red Sox. 7-1 the score right now for Moose Jaw. They cashed in 4 in the bottom of the 4th, and that was the end of the night for Aiden Page, the Regina starter. So it's James Adcox taking the hill now for the Red Sox. Adcox for the Red Sox. Adcox out of Dallas, Texas, college ball in Louisiana State, Shreveport. And the first batter he will see is Andy Arribas, the designated hitter for the Miller Express, number 15. Right-handed batter steps in to begin things here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch Rivas sees is a strike. 0-1. Breaking ball inside, 1-1 the count. That breaker gets in there for a strike. It's 1-2 on Rivas. in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's cranked well foul and out of the ballpark. It's into somebody's yard, and the kids are after it to return that for some cash. 2-2 on Andy Rivas. That misses low and inside. Full count. Rivas takes a hack and fouls that out of play. Skies that one. It's drifting foul. Will there be enough room to make a play? Not quite. Just behind the Regina dugout as Rivas stays alive with a full count. Farm Canada still saying 20 degrees here in Moose Jaw, but the sun is just about all the way down, and light breeze feels a little bit cool, but a pretty good night. As Rivas takes another foul ball. One thing we haven't had a lot of, or any of really this summer, hot summer nights. Had some hot days, some plus 30 days, but they have not translated into those real consistent hot nights. And that is just out of the zone as Andrew Rivas works a walk from the new Red Sox pitcher, James Adcox, and the leadoff person is on base. Rivas takes first as Tanner DeGrazia steps to the plate. DeGrazia led things off in the last inning. So he takes strike one. But yeah, as we were saying, you know, there hasn't been any big heat waves here through the prairies, more than a day or two, and has not resulted in a lot of those real warm evenings we often get through July as DeGrazia takes ball one. But pick your poison. They've got a heat wave and heat warnings through southern Ontario right now with all that humidity, so that can be pretty unbearable. This is a comfortable, nice night in Moose Jaw as DeGrazia fouls that one back. Big hack by DeGrazia, but it's fouled out of play, 1-2. That's in the dirt for ball two. 2-2 the count on the Miller Express right fielder tonight. And he cranks the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit single into right field. Rivas gets the second. DeGrazia is on first after a line drive single. And with nobody out, the Miller Express threatening again here in the bottom of the fifth. Jackson Martin is the left fielder, and he comes to the plate right now looking to drive in a run or two. And there's a strike from the Red Sox pitcher Adcox. 0-1. Just misses with that fastball. It's 1-1. That's outside for ball 2. Martin's been on base, scored a couple runs for the Miller Express tonight. Takes a big swing and misses there. It's 2-2. Another big swing and another big miss. This one will be this first out of the inning as Martin goes down on strikes. So that will bring up the Miller Express catcher, Evan Derringer. He watches strike 1. That fastball misses outside. 1-1 the count. That misses inside. It's 2-1. Miller scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the fourth. Threatening more here in the fifth with runners on first and second and 1 out. And there's a single. Runner will stop at third as Rivas had to make sure that wasn't going to be caught by the shortstop Fox, who's a tall fella at shortstop for Regina, but it makes its way into left field, and the bases are now loaded. Derringer at first, DeGrazia at second, Andy Rivas at third, and coming to the plate is Ben Wallachek, who's had a terrific night in the field, has made some real slick plays at second base. Now looking to cash in some runs with a base hit. Swing at the first pitch, breaks his bat, goes to the shortstop Fox for 1, but Brannigan can't get it out of his glove in time. The speedy Wallachek was going to be there anyway. And that broken bat chopper scores another run for Moose Jaw. As Rivas comes in to score, making it 8-1 Miller Express. Wallachek is safe at first. DeGrazia hits to third, and Derringer was the force out at second base. And so we are back at the top of the order for Thomas Soto. As the runner takes off, Wallachek, is he in? He is called out on the stolen base attempt. Tough way to make the third out of the inning, but the Miller Express do push one more across. And as we head to the top of the sixth, that is Moose Jaw 8, Regina 1. You're watching WCBL action on Flow Sports. Top of the sixth inning, Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw as the Miller Express have an 8-1 lead over the Regina Red Sox. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson, and is the number 9 batter for Regina to lead things off. Top of 6, Jordan Tucker. Rodolfo Guardiola throwing great game so far for the Miller Express. Regina got 1 in the first, and it's been 0 since then as we head to the sixth inning. He's got a comfortable 8-1 lead. So throwing strikes the mantra for Moose Jaw right now with the 7-run lead, although there is some activity starting to heat up in the Miller Express bullpen. As Guardiola misses outside, it's 2-0 the count on Tucker. That is a hard hit ball by Jordan Tucker. It is well back and gone. A towering home run for the Red Sox left fielder to make it 8-2. First home run of the game for either team. So 8-2 Moose Jaw leads, but still 12 outs they need. Close out the game, and as we know with these two teams, they can both score a lot of runs, and they both have scored a lot of runs this season. So this game far from over at this point. Moose Jaw came down from 9-2 the last time they played to win 11-10. So we'll see how this goes. Rodolfo Guardiola for Moose Jaw on the mound, trying to bounce back after that home run. He'll face Zaid Brannigan, the leadoff man for Regina.
RBC Royal Bank Bingo has been won.
As he and the catcher Irvin Derringer need to have a little mound meeting to get on the same page. As we said, Regina's won 3 in a row coming into tonight's game. Moose Jaw's dropped 2 in a row. Red Sox at 25-24. Miller Express 21-28. As Brannigan steps in again. And a good breaking ball from Guardiola for strike 1. That misses low, 1-1. Zaid Brannigan started the game with a leadoff triple, and he would score Regina's first run. Reaches for that, punches it down the right field line, but fading foul where it will land. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Red Sox second baseman. So Guardiola steps in, Brannigan back in the batter's box for the 1-2 pitch. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Breaking ball for strike 3 called. Nice pitch by number 29 for the Miller Express. And there's 1 away in the top of the 6th now, with Jalen Myers, the Red Sox third baseman, up. That's high for a ball, 2-0. That's in for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jalen Myers coming into the game, batting .318 for Regina, with 1 home run. It's a chopper to Soto that takes another big hop off the Roswell's Park grass. There are some high hops here in Moose Jaw. But Soto knows how to handle them, and he makes the play. 2 away.
Number 7, Matthew Fox.
Yeah, for a grass infield, there are some big hops off the grass here in Moose Jaw. Matthew Fox, Red Sox shortstop, is at the plate. He takes strike 1. He swings at that low off ring, and it is quickly 0-2. Guardiola looks in for his sign. And just misses in the dirt there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the shortstop Fox. That curveball is hit out of play. Foul. Down the right side. Or the first base side, we should say. Right side from up here. The count is still 1-2 on Matthew Fox, Regina shortstop. Number 7 digs in. Guardiola, Moose Jaw's pitcher, wants a different sign. Finds the one he likes. Here comes the 1-2. Just gets a piece of it, does Fox, and it's a little squibber to the backstop. Here's the pitch. That misses. It's 2-2. Called strike 3. Guardiola gets out of the inning. Gives up a leadoff home run to Jordan Tucker, but it was a solo shot. He gets the next 3 batters. And after 5.5, Moose Jaw leads Regina 8-2. You're watching WCBL on Flow Sports. Soto's last time up, he had a ground rule double to cash 2 when the bases were loaded. Part of a 4-run 4th inning for Moose Jaw. They scored 1 more in the 5th, and they lead Regina 8-2. James Adcock's on the hill for Regina. He starts off Soto with a strike. Soto swings and misses, and he's quickly down 0-2. Adcox misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another one outside, 2-2 the count on Soto. Soto fouls that back into the netting, stays inside the park.
Foul ball for Elkridge Glass, Reno Glass.
2-2 the count to Thomas Soto. Adcox misses outside. It's a full count. Swing and a miss. Soto goes down on strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. William Edwards steps in.
William Edwards.
Edwards with a 2-run single his last time up. He watches strike 1. That one's low, 1-1 the count on the Miller Express center fielder. A breaking ball, that one a little closer, but still not in the strike zone. 2-1. Second inning of work for Red Sox pitcher James Adcox. And there's a hard hit ball for a single to left field. William Edwards with another base hit. So Austin Gurney, who got caught looking and struck out on 3 pitches his last time up. Frustrating night for Gurney tonight. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out, looking to do some damage here with 1 away and a runner on first. He takes strike 1. Their runner fakes going. Doesn't draw a throw. Back to first. 1-1 the count on the Miller Express first baseman. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 8-2, Moose Jaw leads. Gurney swings, and that's a foul ball. 1-2. Now Edwards does go. Gurney lifts one into left field. Edwards is going to have to scurry back to first as the catch is made and left. Here comes the throw to first. Can they double him off? Well, looking for some clarification here. That might be tough to find. They ruled the ball was not caught in left field, because Gurney is given first base. Edwards second. Thank you to Jenna, who is helping us out here with Flow Sports and the official scores. It was catcher's interference on Daniel Castellanos on that pitch, which is why Gurney was awarded first. Edwards second, and so runners on first and second. One out. Eduardo Saenz at the plate for Moose Jaw. Tough break for Regina. And there's another wild pitch, and the runners will advance. First wild pitch for Adcox, but the previous pitcher for Regina, Page, had a couple of his own that have helped Moose Jaw tonight. So both runners in scoring position now, with Edwards at third and Gurney at second. Eduardo Saenz at the plate, 1-1 count. Saenz lifts one into left field, shallow left, the catch is made. Here comes Edwards, he's going to score easily. The throw was well offline. Sacrifice fly for Eduardo Saenz. It's 9-2 Moose Jaw. Gurney stayed at second on that play. So there are two outs now in the bottom of the sixth. Gurney at second, and the DH, Andy Rivas, number 15, steps in for Moose Jaw. Breaking ball in for strike one. That one misses. It's 1-1. Rivas chops at that and hits it back and out of play. 1-2. Two outs, bottom of six. Austin Gurney, the runner at second. Andy Rivas at the plate. And he gets plunked. Looked like a breaking ball that didn't break. And Rivas goes to first.
Number 4, Tanner DeGrazia.
Tanner DeGrazia steps to the plate now, the right fielder for the Miller Express tonight. Here's the pitch from Adcox. Hard hit ball into right field. He squirts it in. Gurney's making the run from second base. He'll get in easily. And that throw back into the field took a weird, strange hop and out of play, but the runner from third will not score. But that ball was misplayed first in right field, allowing Gurney to come in standing up. Justin Smart had trouble with it, then the throw in. Yeah, it took a weird hop, but Moose Jaw plates another.
Number 2, Jackson Martin.
As Gurney comes in to score, Andy Rivas goes to third, and DeGrazia goes to second after a single, and then the throw going out of play. Jackson Martin, the batter, as he hits one high. That's drifting out of play towards the stands. Did end up carrying out. One on the count on Martin. Runners on second and third with 2 out. And that's ball 2, 2-1. Time is called. Martin rewraps his gloves, and he's back in. Comes the 2-1 from Adcox. It's a breaking ball that Martin gets a piece of and knocks it foul. Slow roller down the first baseline. That's well outside. Full count now on the left fielder, Martin. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Millers have pushed across a couple already here, lead 10-2. And Martin swings and misses for the 3rd out, but not before, as we said, the Miller Express score 2 runs. After 6 complete in Moose Jaw, it's Moose Jaw 10, Regina 2. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports.
Is brought to you by Ottawa Real Estate. Miller Express pitching change from the CNS Builders bullpen. Now the mound, number 18.
New pitcher for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, number 18, Matthew Matejchuk. Or Maddox Matejchuk, my apologies. Maddox Matejchuk from Dominion City.
That's Denton's older brother.
And one of the nice things about having the voice of the Moose Jaw Warriors involved in the Moose Jaw Miller Express is they can point out to you that the new pitcher is in fact the older brother of a former Moose Jaw Warrior, Denton Matejchuk, one of the great Moose Jaw Warriors defensemen, and now a Columbus Blue Jacket in the NHL. So Maddox Matejchuk, Dominion City, Manitoba, hope feeling somewhat at home here in Moose Jaw. Great to have him on the mound. And he will enter with an 8-run lead. The Miller Express lead Regina 10-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson tonight, and it's the designated hitter for the Red Sox, Brady By, stepping to the plate. The first batter Matejchuk will face. First pitch from Matejchuk is a strike. Matejchuk's only his 2nd appearance for the Miller Express tonight. And there's a slow chopper from By to the shortstop. Wallace check. No surprise, he's making all the plays there tonight, and he gets by with the ground out for out number 1 here.
James Wright.
James Wright, the first baseman for Regina, steps in now. So Matejchuk, 1 appearance, 1 inning pitched, had a walk and a strikeout. No runs across. He faces his second hitter tonight. That one skips past the catcher Derringer for ball 1. Right to foul that one back. 1-1 the count. That's low and outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on James Wright. That's ripped into right field by Wright. Will it get by the right fielder? It will not. DeGrazia picks it up. Runner's going to second. The relay had to come in quick. And DeGrazia may be a little surprised that Wright was going to take second on that. Whatever the case, it's a leadoff hustle, or not a leadoff, but rather it's a hustle double from James Wright. With 1 away here in the top of the 7th, Ian Montz, the Red Sox center fielder, comes to the plate. Matejchuk just misses there for ball 1. And there's a strike, evening up at 1-1. You know, you get, and again, I'm filling in for Rod Peterson tonight, so don't follow as closely as many here. And, you know, all these players are from various parts of North America and sometimes beyond, as is the case with William Edwards, of course, all the way from Australia. 2-1 the count. And so it took me a second. I see the picture. I said, oh, Dominion City. Well, that's someplace big, somewhere in the States probably. And then I see the MB beside it, Manitoba. Well, I'm a little less familiar with that, hearing of that place in Manitoba, and I see they've got a population of 319 people. So, but it's a great name. You think big. You hear Dominion City. 2-2 from Matejchuk. And he gets called strike 3 and gets Montz out of there for the second out of the inning. Great pitch. And I don't mean to make fun. I'm not. I think that's great. Dominion City, 319. I grew up in a town of like 219, 230, somewhere in there at its peak in the mid to late 80s. So I would love to have another 100 people in Holdfast, Saskatchewan. 2 outs here. Top of the 7th. Regina runner on second base. And Daniel Castellanos, the Red Sox catcher, steps in. Facing Matthew Matejchuk. Or Maddox. Again, I'm going to keep calling him Matthew. Maddox Matejchuk. 2-0 the count. Just misses. Runs the count to 3-0 on the Red Sox catcher. Just misses. And Castellanos takes the walk. Runners on first and second with 2 out. Justin Simard, the Red Sox right fielder, comes in now. So doing some more reading here on Dominion City. I mean, 319 people, but they've got everything. According to Wikipedia, they've got a pool, a museum, a bank, a credit union, a general store, hockey rink, curling club, and a 9-hole golf course. A full-service community. And that's laced into left field by Samard. That's going to score the runner from second, potentially. Here comes the road to the plate. Will they get it in time? Unfortunately, Derringer dropped that. It was going to be close at the plate. Derringer not able to handle the throw from Edwards, and that will score James Wright from second base. RBI single for Justin Samard. Castellanos takes second on the play. And so Justin Tucker steps in, who hit a towering home run to left field his last time up. And he watches ball one from Matejchuk go by outside. So 10-3 the score here, top of the seventh. Moose Jaw still comfortably leading at this point. There's strike one. 1-1 the count. One pitch misses inside. 2-1. Two-one pitch to Tucker. Swung at and fouled at a play. Two balls, two strikes, two outs here, top of the seventh. Runners on first and second for Regina. Maddox Matejchuk on the mound for Moose Jaw. A slow squibber up the first base line. Matejchuk picks it up, flips it to Gurney for out number 3. So the Red Sox push one more run across, but they're still down 7, heading to the bottom of 7. 10-3, Moose Jaw leads. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports.
Now it's time to get funky. To the left now. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stomps. Left foot, 2 stomps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha real smooth. Let's go to work. To the left.
Bottom of the 7th inning. They just did the 7th inning stretch and dance here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. The fans feeling pretty good. Hometown fans anyway, as the Moose Jaw Miller Express lead Regina 10-3, a 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson. Evan Derringer to lead things off for Moose Jaw. James Adcock still in the hill for Regina. Just misses with his first pitch to Derringer, and it's 1-0. Big swing from Derringer, and he fouls it back. Out of play, 1-1. Fastball misses, 2-1. That's in for strike 2. As Adcock continues to battle, he's given up 3 runs in his 2 innings of work here so far tonight, but got to think Regina trying to save their bullpen. Boy, it's a grueling schedule here. Trying to keep enough pitching on hand, always a challenge. So if you can get a few innings out of somebody and it's not a must-win game, the playoff positions are solidified. Just try and grind through a game. Full count pitch. And that's knocked into right field by Derringer. He finds a hole going the other way. Leadoff single for the Moose Jaw catcher. Ben Wallacecheck, the Moose Jaw second baseman, now steps in. High pitch inside. Wallacecheck had to hit the deck lest it hit him in the head. So quick reactions, which we've seen from him tonight in the field, serve him well right there to avoid getting hit. It's 1-0. That's in for strike 1. One pitch. That's inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Wallacecheck. Fastball misses, 3-1. Here's the 3-1, and that is outside. Wallacecheck takes a walk. Derringer moves to second, and the first 2 batters of the bottom of the 7th are on for Moose Jaw. And the lineup turns over again for Thomas Soto, Miller Express shortstop, who, like Wallacecheck, has played very well in the field tonight. Lots of activity his way. Adcox looks in and delivers strike 1. That is outside, 1-1 the count. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Moose Jaw has runners on first and second with the leadoff man, Thomas Soto, at the plate. 2-1 pitch. Misses. 3-1. And that's inside, misses big for ball 4. To load him up, as there is some activity in the Regina bullpen, and the catcher will take a mound visit to try and settle Adcox down and buy a little more time for the Regina bullpen to warm up. Umpire comes up to check on things, try and speed things up again. So we'll start to resume play here with William Edwards coming to the plate for the Miller Express, the Miller Express center fielder. Couple of base hits tonight. Looking for another one here to cash some runs. Drilled in for strike one. Hard hit ball to Fox, but he can't handle it. The infield was in. Squirts into left field. That's going to score two. Hard hit grounder. Matthew Fox tried to take it on a short hop. Again, the infield was in, trying to cut off some runs, but unable to make it happen. And so two more come across. 12-3 Moose Jaw leads as Derringer and Wallace-Check come in to score. Thomas Soto goes to third on the play, and William Edwards, he's at first. Well, Brady Bye, the new pitcher for the Regina Red Sox, started the game as the designated hitter, and now he's in to pitch with his team down 12-3 here in the bottom of the seventh. Moose Jaw scored two already. Nobody out. Runners on first and third, and Austin Gurney at the plate. And Bye misses with his first pitch, 1-2. Before the break, it was William Edwards with a ground ball that got through the infield with the bases loaded, scoring a couple. Thomas Soto took third base. Edwards at first as Bye misses, and it's 2-0 on Gurney. Bye with a short arm delivery, delivers strike one against two balls here to Austin Gurney. Gurney lifts a lazy fly ball into left field. Will it be deep enough to score Soto? Soto is tagging. Here comes the throw to the plate. Soto slides in. The tag was not able to be applied in time as Soto took a nice wide path to catch the corner of the plate in his slide. Castellanos couldn't make the tag. 13-3 now. Moose Jaw with a 10-run lead in the bottom of the seventh. William Edwards remains at first base. Gurney is out on the sacrifice fly, and that was the first out of the inning. So it's Eduardo Saenz coming to the plate with one on and one out. And Brady By, Regina's pitcher, starts off signs with a strike. Sign swings and fouls it out of play. 0-2. Breaking ball drops in, just misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from By. Cranked into left field. It's fair ball. Edwards running from first. He'll make his way to third on the stand-up double from Eduardo Sainz. So Moose Jaw threatening for more here. They've already pushed 3 across this inning. Moose Jaw scored in every inning but the third so far tonight. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, 3 here in the seventh. Possibly more. As Andy Rivas steps in, he takes strike 1. 2 runners in scoring position. Edwards at third. Sainz after his double is at second. And that's ball 1. 1-1 the count on Rivas. By gets a strike call there. It's 1-2. A little high for ball 2. Rivas with a 2-2 count. Hits one, fading away into center field. Line drive, Montz makes the catch. Here comes Edwards from third base after tagging up to make it 14-3 Moose Jaw. Back-to-back sack flies for the Miller Express.
Calling on my soldiers, calling on my soldiers,
Or rather, 2 sack flies in the inning. Gurney's and then the double by Sainz and then another sack fly from Rivas. So 2 outs. Runner at second base is Eduardo Sainz, and it's Tanner DeGrazia at the plate. Brady By on the hill starts DeGrazia off with a strike, 0-1. Hard hit ball by DeGrazia. Left fielder goes back and makes the catch a few feet in front of the wall. That's the third out of the inning, but not before the Miller Express score another 4 runs, their second 4-run inning of the game. And we head to the top of the 8th with Moose Jaw leading Regina 14-3. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports. New pitcher in for the Moose Jaw Miller Express is number 11, Joe Gutierrez. Gutierrez, this will be his 12th appearance for the Miller Express so far this year. 34 and a third innings pitched. ERA of 7.08. But a little bit of room for the Miller Express. They need 6 outs to finish this out, but we've got an 11-run lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Some fans start to make their way. We know it's not a beat the traffic issue in Moose Jaw. This time of night, there's, it's not that. It's just more of a people feeling comfortable with an 11-run lead with 2 innings left. Top of the order for the Regina Red Sox to face Joe Gutierrez. It's Zaid Brannigan, the second baseman, steps in. Gutierrez misses for ball 1. It's a big swing from Brannigan, who rips it out of play down the left field line.
Now at third base for the Miller Express, number 31, Max Simmons.
Defensive change for the Miller Express as well. Max Simmons takes over third base from Eduardo Sainz. One and one the count here on Brannigan. Count now 2-1. Brannigan reaches for that one and hits it high and out of play on Caribou Street in Moose Jaw. Two and two. Leadoff batter for Regina in the top of the 8th. Breaking ball outside, runs the count full. Full count pitch hit hard to the new third baseman Simmons. That was a tough one to corral, and it just gets by him. So Brannigan is going to be on first base to lead things off here in the top of the 8th for Regina.
Number 9, Jalen Myers.
That was a hot shot to contend with. So runner on first, and Jalen Myers, the Red Sox third baseman, comes to the plate. Fastball from Gutierrez misses outside, 1-0. Fastball is ripped hard and foul down the left field line towards the Miller Express bullpen. 1-1. Gutierrez checks the runner. Here comes the 1-1. Misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big hit Big fly, home run. Jalen Myers takes Gutierrez deep into the trees nearing Clark Gillies Park in Moose Jaw. So 14-5 the score now. Moose Jaw leads. Second home run of the night for the Regina Red Sox. So Regina gets Moose Jaw's lead down back into the single digits. Nobody out here, though, top of the 8th. And it's the shortstop, Matthew Fox, to face Joe Gutierrez. Hits a high chopper to Simmons at third. Gloves it. Throw a little bit offline, but in time for Gurney to make the tag. First out of the inning.
Number 2, Brady Bye.
So Brady Bye for Regina steps into the plate now. Bye started the game strictly as the designated hitter, but he did come in to pitch in the bottom of the 8th, or rather the bottom of the 7th. He's at the plate now with 1 out, facing Gutierrez, who misses outside for ball 1. Big swing and a miss from Bye there. It's 1-1. That one misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gutierrez misses again. It's 3-1. Nobody on. 1 out. A couple runs in for Regina here in the top of the 8th. Brady Bye takes the 3-1 deep to right field. And that is another Regina home run. Hit that into the home run fencing in right field. 14-6. As Gutierrez is getting hit hard here in his appearance for Moose Jaw on the top of the 8th. And there is activity in the Miller Express bullpen right now as a mound visit will be made.
Number 5, James Wright.
So, 8-run lead in the 8th inning is pretty good, but not as good when you consider it was all an 11-run lead a few minutes ago. So, Gutierrez on the hill from Moose Jaw looking to shake off those home runs and looking to get back on track with 1 out here, top of the 8th. And first pitch swinging is James Wright, the first baseman, and he fouls it back into the stands. That one's in the dirt. 1-1. Wright steps back in with a 1-1 count. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And that's hit hard. William Edwards going back, and he's able to track that one down at the warning track for the second out of the inning. Nice defensive play by Edwards to track that ball, make the grab. So Joe Gutierrez trying to get out of here without any more damage from the Red Sox, who have scored 3 this inning on the strength of a couple home runs, one by Jalen Myers, the other by Brady Bye. And it's Ian Montz who sees ball 1. Big swing by Montz there, but he misses, and it's 1-1. Montz reaches for that, fouls it away, and it's 1-2. Joe Gutierrez looking for third out of this inning. 1-2 pitch. That misses inside. It's 2-2. He deals, and it's outside. Running the count full on Ian Montz. Big swing, and it's foul back. So Montz stays alive. And we'll do the full count pitch over again. And it's called out on strikes. Catches the inside part of the plate. Gutierrez gets out of it after giving up 3 runs. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Miller Express leading 14-6 at Roswell's Park. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports. Brady Bye still on the mound for the Regina Red Sox, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for tolerating me behind the mic. I appreciate it. How do I know you're tolerating me? I mean, you might have turned the volume off. And if you have, you're not hearing anything right now. But at any rate, it's been a good night for the Moose Jaw Miller Express at the plate. 14-6 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. And it's Jackson Martin, the left fielder, to lead things off. And we're not sure if Brady Bye thought they were ready. They weren't. So he lobs one in, and now we're ready to play here in the bottom of the 8th. He fires one in, and it's strike 1 on Jackson Martin. By hit a home run in the top of the 8th inning. Pull Regina within 8 as he gets ball one. So it's a 1-1 count on Jackson Martin. Martin takes a big swing but misses 1-2. Misses outside. And that misses as well, and Martin takes the walk to lead things off. So Evan Derringer is the Miller Express catcher, and he steps to the plate right now. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th. Leadoff runner is on first as Brady By just misses. It starts Derringer with ball one. By misses again, 2-0. Everybody gets the called strike. Derringer now with a 2-1 count. By can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. By gets the called strike and works the count full now on Derringer. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. The fastball hit hard by Derringer into left field, but settling under that is Jordan Tucker.
Number 14,
So one out now. Martin, the runner at first base. And a pinch hitter now, Abe Alberg coming in for Ben Wallace-Check. Alberg wearing number 14 for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. And Alberg watches strike one, only Alberg's 19th plate appearance so far this year. And he takes that for ball one. 1-1 the count, one out, bottom of the 8th inning. Runner on first base. Alberg hits one high into center field, and Montz is going to settle under that. Martin holds at first base, 2 out. As we flip to the top of the Miller Express order, and Thomas Soto comes to bat. First pitch he sees, Soto rips it, but it's right to the shortstop Fox for out number 3. So no runs, a walk there for the Miller Express in the bottom of the 8th, and they will be looking for the final 3 outs of the ball game. When we come back, it's 14-6, Millers over Regina heading to the top of the 9th. It's WCBL action on Flow Sports. Well, it is the top of the ninth inning here in Moose Jaw, Roswell's Park. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Craig Hemingway in for Rod Peterson tonight, and the Moose Jaw Miller Express with a 14-6 lead over the Regina Red Sox. Regina needing 8 runs to tie in their last at bat. It'll be Daniel Castellanos to lead things off here shortly, and facing a new Moose Jaw Miller Express pitcher, number 21, Josh Bourbeau, will take the mound, looking to finish off the game for Moose Jaw. These teams will do it all again tomorrow night in Regina. And then after tomorrow night, they'll face each other one more time. Again, back in Regina, the final night of the regular season next Monday night, August 4th. And then after that, it's playoff time. Both these teams in the playoffs, Regina secured 3rd. Moose Jaw has secured 4th place. The 4th and final spot, Moose Jaw will take on the Saskatchewan Berries in the first round of the playoffs next week. As Daniel Castellanos about to step in to face Josh Bourbeau. Bourbeau starts one off in the dirt. One-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Regina will take on the Medicine Hat Mavericks in their first round of the playoffs. Medicine Hat solidly in second place with a record of 33-17 coming into tonight. Chopper to short. Soto with a nice pick on the short hop. Fires to first, 1 away.
Number 11, Justin Samard.
Justin Samard is the right fielder for Regina, and he's at the plate now to face Bourbeau. Bourbeau starts him off with a strike. There's strike 2. Smart digs in for the 0-2 pitch. And he reaches for the breaking ball, hits it into center field, but William Edwards, came so close to making the diving stop, but it bounced off his glove and had a little trouble locating it after that, but Thomas Soto.
Number 10, Jordan Tucker.
Or rather, it was the second baseman. Abe Alberg tracking that one down. At any rate, Regina has a runner on with 1 out here, and it is Jordan Tucker, the left fielder, stepping in. He's hit a solo home run tonight as Bourbeau misses, and it's ball 1. Big swing from Tucker, foul ball, and that catches Derringer a little bit, but he's able to recover. Lost his mask. Ump will tidy up around the plate with a 1-1 count. Big swing from Tucker, and he fouls that one straight back, so Bourbeau up 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's the 1-2. Fastball high and outside, 2-2 the count. Breaking ball just misses. Running the count full, 3-2 here on Tucker. Fastball fouled back. Count remains 3-2. Justin Samard, the runner at first base after a single. Full count pitch. Fouled off again. (14-6) the score here in the top of the ninth inning. 1 out. Is Moose Jaw looking to close this thing out? Josh Bourbeau on the hill for Moose Jaw, getting his signal from Evan Derringer. He delivers, breaking ball, lifted into right field. Tanner DeGrazia settles under that one for the second out of the inning. So, Zaid Brannigan, the last hope for Regina, as they flip the order to the top, and leadoff man Brannigan steps in. Red Sox jumped off to an early 1-0 lead tonight. Top of the first, thanks to a leadoff triple by Brannigan. He would score, but then they didn't score again until the 6th. Takes a breaking ball for strike one. 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. They got 3 in the 8th. But that was only enough to pull within 8 of Moose Jaw. That misses. It's 1-1 on Brannigan. Moose Jaw countered in the bottom of the first, scoring 1. Then they got another 2 in the 2nd, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th. To pad their lead, Bourbeau fires outside, 2-1. Brannigan fires one to center field. Edwards barely has to come in. He makes the catch. Out number 3, and that is the ball game. The Moose Jaw Miller Express beat the Regina Red Sox 14-6 here at Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw. Thanks for joining us tonight on Flow Sports. I'm Craig Hemingway for Rod Peterson. Be safe and have a great night.